Yeah, we need to for the folks listening at home.
Frank Maloney, who's talking on 910 The Fan. Jahmeer, I have watched you very carefully for a number of years now, and it seems to me, number one, you seem leaner right now. What did you do in the offseason getting ready for the new season? Number two, what are your personal goals in addition to leading the defense?
Yeah, so the first question, my playing weight right now is between 305 and 310. I've dropped my body composition a lot, so I believe I dropped 4% body fat since January. So that was a big goal for me this off season. A big goal for me going into this season is just being as disruptive as possible. However that looks, I know stats are always a big indicator of that, but for me, I just want to see how disruptive I can be at the line, if I can shed blocks quicker or, pressure the quarterback.
Jahmeer, we're going to go back to the right side, third row. Once again, gentleman in the white shirt.
Jack Lowe, Cavalier Connection. Jahmeer, you've been with this squad for so long now, really experienced. A lot of new guys coming into the room, just like the offensive line, but also some returners, Jason Hammond, Anthony Britton, and guys like Hunter Osborne coming in. It seems like a really loaded line. Talk about the competition battles, position battles, and how you guys just making each other better.
Yeah, this offseason has been awesome. We have so much talent, like you said, from guys that are returning and the guys we've brought in. Every day we know it's a competition, so that's helping us get better. It's never a day where there's always a starter or there's always someone that knows they got a starting spot. So, like I said, that drives our performance to achieve great things.
Left side, Jahmeer, right in front of you, first row.
Dan Tortora, wakeupcalldt.com. Jahmeer, I spoke with Brendan Armstrong, former quarterback at Virginia, and he spoke about Tony Elliott being the right guy to be a leader of men. Why do you agree with that statement?
Yeah, I think back to when Coach Elliott first got here. Like many of us, we had a decision to make if we wanted to stay or, if we wanted to transfer elsewhere. But, the thing about Coach Elliott is that he cares about you outside of football. And, I think that's very important because in this day and age, it's hard to find a coach that truly cares about their players like he does. So for me, it was a no-brainer that, he's a leader of men and he cares about your development.
Jahmeer, right side, third row.
Kenton Gibbs, Locked On ACC. Jahmeer, in terms of your development, what is one big thing that you are looking to do better than last year?
Yeah, I think for me at this point in my life is really just expanding my pass rushing ability. I think I've demonstrated well that I can stop the run, but, obviously, the game is always changing, which means I have to change. And air raids and all the passing quarterbacks we play in this league, it's important to work on that. So that's something I'm striving for this offseason.
Jahmeer, from here at the podium, are you a vocal leader or do you lead by example?
I think naturally I lead by example, but this offseason, my defensive tackles coach, Coach Downing, he really challenged me to be more vocal. That's something I took to heart. And, it's not necessarily my comfort zone, but if it's going to get us to a national championship and an ACC championship, I'm willing to do it.
So how does one practice being a vocal leader? Is it repetitions in front of the mirror? What do you do?
I think really just there's a saying called seizing the moment. And what that means is, let's say we're in practice and we're not starting off great. I address that where I say something, or I'm not afraid to say, call someone out or tell them to pick it up a little bit.
Good for you. Other questions for Jahmeer and the Cavaliers before we ask them to hit their next station? Seeing none, hearing none. Virginia, good luck this season.
Thank you.
Folks, that'll close us out for day one here at the Hilton. Day two in this room with our coaches and players. We'll start at 10 o'clock. Coach Mike Norvell will bring the Seminoles in.